Ronnie Duncan Skylights, Friday on News Center 13.
Good morning, I'm Sarah James, and this is NBC Nightside. Fans of basketball star Magic Johnson are stunned this morning after he announced he has tested positive for the virus that causes AIDS and is retiring from the game. The man, known for his trademark smile, was subdued as he talked to reporters. Johnson says doctors gave him the news Wednesday.
Because of the HIV virus that I have attained, I will have to retire from the Lakers today. I just want to make clear, first of all, that I do not have the AIDS disease, because I know a lot of you want to know that. But
At 32 years old, Johnson is already a sports legend, a three-time league MVP who led the Los Angeles Lakers to 5 NBA championships during his 12-year career. He says he will become a spokesman about AIDS prevention and the importance of safe sex. Johnson's teammates and opponents alike couldn't believe the news. Kurt Gregory reports the players' thoughts are with Johnson.
The news of Magic Johnson's announcement spread rapidly across the NBA on Thursday night. The news hit the Laker team hard.
I can't say that. I have no words for it yet. Still thinking about it.
In other NBA cities across the country, the shock left Johnson's colleagues solemn.
Your heart really goes out to him and his family and his new wife and everything, and you just pray that everything works out for him the best that it can. This is not a situation where there's a lot of light at the end of the tunnel type thing. You just hope that he can handle it the best way he can.
It really puts life in perspective. All we can do is just pray for Magic right now. It says a lot for him to come out and talk about it, and you have to respect it.
George Fox was Magic's high school coach in Lansing, Michigan.
It's just hard to believe that it can happen, but I guess if it can happen to him, it can happen to many other people. And I just like to comment on the way he held up on that press conference. The people that saw it must be amazed with Irvin Johnson, and I think now they can see why he got where he got.
In New York tonight, the Knicks and Orlando Magic joined in prayer. New York coach Pat Riley was Johnson's boss for 8 seasons in Los Angeles. He had a special message for fans across the country.
I think it's very important for us right now at this time, in your own voice, in your own beliefs, in any way you desire, to take a moment of silence, not in any other form other than to give our love and our support and our prayers for Irvin, for his family, and for the 1 million people who are afflicted with an insidious disease that needs our understanding.
I'm Kurt Gregory for Nightside.
Also in the news, a showdown over the so-called abortion gag rule has abortion rights activists fuming. The U.S. Senate approved federal funding for abortion counseling in a veto-proof 72-25 margin yesterday. But the House vote wasn't enough to override the veto promised by President Bush. Also, a recent federal appeals court ruling may restrict abortions in Pennsylvania, a double blow to the abortion rights movement.
We therefore call upon the Supreme Court to settle this question once and for all, and to determine whether Roe v. Wade remains the law of the land.
The Supreme Court could reconsider Roe v. Wade as early as next spring. Meantime, in Washington state, it could be a week until all the votes are counted for an abortion rights initiative there. On election night, votes were split almost at even for Initiative 120, which calls for Washington state abortion laws to conform to Roe v. Wade. Absentee ballots, therefore, will probably decide the issue. Election officials in King County are swamped with an estimated 70,000 absentee ballots yet to be counted. A courtroom appearance for Pee Wee Herman yesterday. Actor Paul Reubens, who plays Pee Wee, pled no contest to charges he exposed himself in an adult movie theater 3 months ago. He was sentenced to 75 hours of community service and is required to produce an anti-drug commercial. However, Reubens does not have to star in the public service announcement. Reubens was whisked away from court without talking to reporters. I'm Sarah James, and this is NBC Nightside.
You're a big Colts fan, but you want to know more. Call 630-3844. Now hold the phone, because you're not done. Next hit 1-111. Highlights and trades. Who's in, who's out. A touch 4 call tells you all about the latest things happening on the Colts scene from Indy's most experienced TV sports team. 630-3844. Then you hit 1 times 4. The Colts phone line. It's free. It's keen. Brought to you by McDonald's and Channel 13. Look for touch 4 in your Ameritech Pages Plus.
Okay, kids. Why are drugs bad for you?
I know. Drugs make you mean to everybody like a monster. Then you get real sick and skinny like a skeleton, and you can even die. Yeah, Mom and Dad will be so sad they'll cry for a long time.
That's right, kids. So don't buy them.
Magic Johnson's retirement today ended one of the NBA's stellar careers. Mark Barger takes a look back at the records and accomplishments of the man who revolutionized the job of point guard.
When NBA fans talk about point guards, the talk begins and ends with Magic Johnson. In his 12 seasons, few players have had a bigger impact on the game. His combination of size, quickness, shooting, and heart is one that few players can match.
Magic is basketball. That's the bottom line. He is basketball. When tough times occurred, he made the game fun.
The fun began for Johnson in 1979 when he led his Michigan State squad to an NCAA title. A year later, as a rookie in 1980, Johnson led his new Laker teammates to an NBA crown. It was the first of 5 they would win in Johnson's career. Along the way, he also won 3 MVP awards, played in 11 All-Star games, and in this game against Dallas last season, set a career record for assists.
I'll miss the battles and the wars, but most of all, what I miss is the camaraderie that I had with the guys, being one of the fellas.
It was not only Johnson's talents that won him fans, but also his ready smile and easygoing manner. It made him stand even taller in the eyes of his former coach, Pat Riley.
All of us have watched him perform. We've been excited by his spirit, his emotion, his depth, and how much he really cares about people.
Johnson's playing days are over now, but he won't vanish from the NBA scene. He says he still wants to fulfill his wish of owning an NBA team.
You're watching NBC Nightside, a production of NBC News Channel.
Laughs are rolling in record numbers, and the next Candid Camera Laugh-a-thon is one of our funniest, most outrageous, side-splitting shows ever.
So tell us, how do you feel? Fine. Remember to smile, because you're on Candid Camera.
We're pulling out all the stops to make sure America laughs like never before as the Laugh-a-thon continues. Don't you dare miss it.
Friday at 5 on 13 WTHR.
HIV and AIDS. Man, I'm tired of hearing about it. Like, I really have to worry about it. I don't do drugs. I wouldn't sleep with anybody I didn't know. There's no way I could get HIV. I swear, if I see one more thing about HIV, I think I'm gonna die.
You could be putting yourself at risk. Call 1-800-342-AIDS.
On the next Jenny Jones.
We are very close.
They're more than friends.
You're making love with your wife. Do you ever fantasize about Andrea?
But less than lovers.
This would make me crazy.
No sex love affairs. Are they possible? Plus.
What? Men? Vain?
What happens when macho meets paid?
I probably spend $1,500 to $2,000 a month.
Is your guy too self-centered? Find out on the next Jenny Jones.
Friday at 11 a.m. on 13 WTHR.
Okay, I was going to recycle, but the drop-off place was too far away.
No excuse. There are 30 drop-off donation sites in Indy.
Hey, I work during the day.
No excuse. All sites are open 24 hours.
I'm not sure I'm allowed to recycle. Doctor's orders.
No excuse. Anyone can recycle.
Overweight, fish-eyed aliens surrounded my house and ate everything I was going to recycle.
Okay. Recycle. There's hardly any excuse not to.